Okay, just as I started getting ready to do this reading, we had a thunderstorm hit, which is okay with me. So we're going to get straight to this reading. Francis, are you a warlock? I have made a protective barrier around you. Do you feel safe now? Can you answer some questions for me? You said you lived in Italy. Is that true? You said you were murdered for being a witch. Is that also true? One of my ladies, as she was meditating, she heard someone say, "Go to Rome." Was that you communicating with her? Well, that's a yes on many, many levels. Are you in some way connected to the Shelley house? Okay. You know Julian Sands played the character Shelley. Do you know that? Okay, now for the really tough questions. At 10 a.m. yesterday morning, two unknown civilian hikers found the remains of a body. Do those remains belong to actor Julian Sands? He answered no. Was was there any type of identification found next to those human remains? He answered no. Can you feel Julian Sands? His answer is yes. Is he safe? Francis, are you making it rain? Can you please slow it down some? Thank you. Did Julian Sands go hiking January 13th with some friends? Was one of those were one of those friends his hiking companion? I do believe his name is Kevin. Did Kevin decide to leave early? So he left Julian alone on the Devil's Backbone, correct? Yes. Did Julian get hurt? Did Julian Sands, was he able to find some shelter? Does Julian Sands carry any type of gun with him? The answer is no. Is Julian Sands still alive? He's saying yes. Will they have the results of the forensic DNA by Wednesday? Will it take longer than a week? Are the remains a male human? Are the remains from a female human? Has she been laying there longer than 6 months? Was this female an adult? Was this female a teenager? Was this female murdered? Is Julian safe? Did the people he went hiking with, did they try to do bodily harm to him? The answer is yes. Was Julian rescued off of that mountain February 4th of 2023? Yes. Is he with any of his family members? No. Did somebody in the family plan this accident or demise of Julian Sands? Are you willing to say who it was? And that's a no. Okay, Francis, I will not push you for that. Now let me ask you again. Are you connected to the Shelley house in Rome? When they murdered you, was it in the city of Rome? Did they burn you alive? Is Julian Sands trying to connect with all of the ladies of his tribe? The photograph that they posted as being the area where Julian went missing, is that the actual area? Was he more than 3 miles away from that area? Do you actually think they will tell the truth after the forensic autopsy? No. Will they try to say it is Julian Sands? Yes. Did Julian Sands know they would do this? Does Julian Sands want to be found right now? Is there a reason for him not wanting to be found? Are you afraid to tell me? Okay, I will not push you on that any further either. How will it be longer than 3 months before Julian makes an appearance? To do a forensic DNA test, they will have to have a family member, correct? They will have to use either his brothers or his children, correct? Do you think they will submit to the test? No. Should his tribe still keep fighting for Julian Sands? Is Julian Sands still alive? Do you know where he might be hiding? Would you be afraid to tell me where it is? And that's a big yes. I will not push you on that question. There was damage done to Julian's car. Was that damage there before he went up Mount Baldy? Yes. Okay. So, Francis is telling us it's not his remains, but there's a good chance that they may pass it off as being him. He is saying that the remains are of a teenage girl that has been there longer than 6 months, and she was murdered. Now, I don't know what kind of missing cases that they have in California, and I wouldn't even begin to know where to start. He is sending messages to each and every one. The message, "Go to Rome," was sent for a reason. It has to do with the Shelley house. He played Shelley in the movie. Francis has admitted he is a warlock. He was murdered in the city of Rome by being tied to a stake. He is afraid to answer on a lot of questions because something is holding him back. Even though he's in a protective barrier, he's still scared. It will probably take a while for Francis to learn to trust us and give us the other answers. So we need to keep that spirit in our thoughts. He's actually trying. No, Julian doesn't carry a gun. Yes, he did go hiking with a friend, maybe two. One of those friends was supposedly his hiking companion. I think his name is Kevin. Kevin left before him. Julian was left on the mountain, so he must have sustained some kind of injury and was able to find shelter on February 4th, 2023. He was rescued off that mountain. He is not with any family member whatsoever. It will take longer than a week to do the forensic DNA testing, which Francis said they will probably try to fake it. It will have to be either one of his brothers or one of his children willing to do that. We'll have to see what happens. If they refuse to do the DNA test, in my opinion, I would say they had something to do with what happened on that mountain. That there had already been a plan put in place. The car was already messed up before he went to the mountain. So no, the scratches were not from being in the car park area. Baby girl, try to relax. Let me ask Francis. Does my baby girl need to relax? She's overly stressed. Can you go to her this evening or tomorrow and give her comforting thoughts? I would appreciate that. Thank you. My baby witch, C, will she start learning more and more? Will my other lady, A, start practicing on her gifts soon? Okay. Will our new members figure out what their gifts are? Will D start getting better as the days go on? Will we be having any more members join our community anytime soon? Do you know how many members there are right now? If I show you the numbers. Can you tell me? Is it more than 2 numbers? Okay. 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 I see you shaking again. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without you being afraid. Okay, so we're going to ask Francis, do you feel safer this way? Okay. Do you know how many members are in our community? Do you mind telling us how many members so that the people know that you're telling the truth? Okay. We're going, is it more than 2 numbers? Yes, okay. Is the first number a 1? Okay. Are you ready to do the second number? Okay. Is the second number a 1? Is it a 2? Is it a 3? Is it a 4? Is it a 5? So we have 15 members, is that correct? And Frances is correct, because when Dee came back today, she took her rightful place as a moderator. So yes, we have 15 members. I need all of you so that Frances feels safe and protected to send love to help build a protection barrier around him so that if we need him again, we can use him. Does that sound good to you, Frances? Now, you know all of these members are women. Okay, you can calm down. So, like I said, we know he went hiking. He did go with a friend. It looks like maybe his hiking buddy Kevin went with him. Kevin left first. Julian was left there. He could have possibly been injured. And it looks like he may have found shelter. February 4th, he was rescued. The remains are that of I would say, an older teenage female. She was murdered and left there. There was no ID of any kind found around that body. The civilian hikers just happened to catch it by chance. That could be due to the controlled burns or whatever. He is in hiding. He doesn't want anybody to know where he's at. There's a reason for that. I guess we will find out later. D, you were correct about the Shelley house. So with that, I'm going to finish, and we will see what comes of this. Remember, the forensic DNA testing is going to take longer than a week. It's going to have to be one of his brothers or one of his 3 kids willing to give up DNA to match it against his or against that body. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm trusting Francis. None of our pendulums have let us down so far, and we're just going to ride with the flow. So everybody, try to sleep easy, relax, watch his movies, think happy thoughts, and we will do the best that we can. If anything comes up before then, I promise you, I will let you know. So with that said, I love you girls. Don't worry. Let me do the worrying. You guys try to have a quiet, peaceful night and a nice, quiet, peaceful week. I'll see you guys later.